Greetings, magical souls. Today I felt compelled to pull a card out of the Divine Animal Oracle. And this is what came up. It is the snow leopard. Just trying to make sure that that's it. Maybe if it does, there we go. If it doesn't see my face, it comes nice and clear. But the message on here is the Watcher. And when I tune into the energy of this card, well, to start with, leopards are my favorite animals. And I always feel like that, they're very much watching and very much surveying and taking in the scene. So the energy here is very much that of watching and almost taking that neutral space, that neutral viewpoint, and just observing without getting tangled up in the drama and possibly some of the lower vibrational stuff that's going on. It's also a snow leopard. It's not just a leopard, and they are white. And so there's a purity here. So almost in not getting tangled up in those low vibrations and just observing in that, there's almost a message here to not allow your purity and your sort of light, your brightness, your white, you don't allow that to become tainted with those vibrations that are of a lower nature, if that makes any sense. They speak to me very much about animals of quiet power. For anybody who's ever watched leopards and that, they're a lot smaller than like your lions and tigers and some of those animals, and they also live alone. And I'm actually not sure about the snow leopard now, but definitely the normal leopard lives alone and it hunts. It's a solitary creature. And so why I'm saying this is that it's because there's a quiet power in it. So it's smaller than some of the other cats, but it lives alone. It hunts on its own. It has tremendous strength and power to take animals up trees and whatever, carry buck and things, its food up trees and that, because that's what it'll do. It doesn't actually keep it on the ground. Leopards generally go up into the trees and then they let their meat sit there because they're more protected in the trees. So there's really an energy here. I mean, whether it's a snow leopard, a normal leopard, a black leopard, which is a panther, they all are of that same leopard family, if you will. I'm just being reminded of this sort of quiet power. And again, with that more observing, watching energy, there is that quiet, almost solitary, like just withdrawing from the drama, withdrawing from the things that perhaps bring you down or that lower your vibration or that make you feel that you can't go on and do the work that you're here to do. So it's very much this quiet inner power, this inner strength as well. Let's just see what else comes through. Okay. There's also something coming in about blending in. So leopards are very, very good at blending in their surroundings. So snow leopards are this color because they generally live in regions where it's colder. If you look in sort of on the African savannas, they are very orange and brown. They match the sort of landscape of Africa. It's probably much to be said for the jaguars and things that like that kind of animal that live in the States in those rocky areas. They're all very much colored for their environment. And so there's also something here about blending in, and I guess it's again that quietness, like knowing when to speak up or when to retreat. Like when do you need to blend in and when do you need to stand out? It's that kind of energy, and you'll know when they are, but you don't. For me, I feel like almost the message here is that just because you're not shouting loudly about something doesn't mean that you're not in your power and that you're not making a difference. It's all about choosing when and where you want to engage. But the rest of the time, for you to almost be blending in and just taking that higher perspective is absolutely what you're meant to be doing if that's what you're called to do. All right. So quite a powerful, potent message. And I do hope that you have enjoyed the message from the beautiful snow leopard. See you tomorrow here, just us together. Thank you.